Hello fellow engineers and welcome to Planet Coaster. Look at all these people with their crowns. Don't they realize that gold hard hats are the future? Wait, who's that guy? Oh, it's Blitz. I'm glad he shunned the crown as well. And today, as usual, we're going to be torturing some architects. So, as most architects live in the city, we're going to head to the city. And our park name is going to be Architects Are Safe Here. Yes, they'll think they have a safe haven. So, first up, I want to edit the park dimensions. Because the standard one, it's a little bit small. Let's max this out. 1,000. Okay, we'll go with 1,000. We then want to tweak some other things. So, the park capacity, we don't want a limit on that. We want as many architects to come in as possible. Allow the player to disable track restrictions. That is a tick. Right, next up, unlimited money. Of course, we don't want any restrictions on this. Since we're architects, we can change this. The rate which the guest happiness declines. So what does that go up to? 500%. We can then make them spawn with specific traits. So yes, unfortunately, architects are wealthy. However, they're definitely stingy and sickly. They're also impatient litterbugs. Okay, so I feel like we got a pretty realistic park scenario going on. Let's go check out what we've got. So this is the entrance, which is a really, really dark tunnel. Where do they come from? Oh yeah, there's a spawner right at the very end. They've got Star Trek technology here. So I'm guessing somewhere over here in the city. That's where all the people come from. Oh my god, did you see that? So not only is the traffic mental, but they're like caterpillar lorries. Anyway, the purpose of this park is to create a fear-inducing mega coaster. So there's not going to be toilets, there's not going to be shops, there's not going to be any other rides. There's just going to be one single coaster. I feel like perhaps the stand-up coaster, because if you get jelly knees, you're gonna be in trouble. So we're literally going to shove that about there. And then we're going to get building. Now, I just want to see like how scared architects are. So we're going to shorten that. We're going to drop it down slightly. And then we're going to do a bit of terrain work. We want to push the terrain. We want 100% intensity, a little bit of size. Oh, okay, that's quite intense. That is quite intense. But I feel like this could work actually. So what I've done here, you know those people that have like a fear of like loads of holes? Yeah, we've got that to start. I think what we're going to want to do is if we extend that, we can flip these people to go upside down.
Yeah, so then they can get a real good look in those holes.
Alright, so question is, do we have enough speed for this? Oh, they go they go so slowly over it. They might go a bit too slowly. I think we're going to stop. I've just wanged up the exit speed to 22 miles an hour. That should give them enough momentum to get through the circles. Nice. Okay, then they're round here and then straight up to a hill. I feel like some people might smack their faces on that. I think we're going to stop that. I think we've gone high enough. I don't want to overdo it. So we'll bring that level, then we'll turn off the chain. Anyway, are people actually smacking their face on this? We should probably check. Oh, no, it's fine. It's only the left leg of the outer people. I'll be fine. Who needs a left leg? Right, anyway, so here we're going to drop it down. We're going to go to about 69 degrees. Nice. And then we're going to head back into the ground. But I want to make this auto tunnel a little bit bigger. Right, and then if these holes haven't freaked you out enough, you're then going to go into this giant hole, which is filled with tentacles.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't freak you out, then I don't know what will, because I made it and it still freaks me out. So our architects will zoom down here. They'll try not to get slapped by any
Sloppy
tentacles. And then hopefully they'll come up here. Yes, with just enough speed. And this is the part of the coaster where I want to go from that fear into some actual physical harm. All right, so here we go. We set up this super extended F1 car. And the aim here is sort of, it'll do a bit of that. And then depending on the timing, when this coaster comes up, it's either going to be very physically damaging or just the mental knowing that could hit you from the side. I think either way, it's going to do some damage. All right, just to make it a bit more interesting, I've put some brakes in here. Oh, and I added quite a few more trains as well. So as this train comes up, the brake should slow it down. And then it's just a case of oh, it can dodge. It's dodged them all. Oh, it didn't dodge that one or that one. Tell you what though, perhaps more brakes. I think it could do with going a little bit slower through there. All right, then we're going on a little gentle run down here. And then we're going to be placing some sharks down. Because yeah, I think once you've come around here, if you've survived, to then be greeted with that.
Hello.
So yeah, that is good. That is going to give people a taste of what is to come around this corner. So first off, we want to fill this with a bit of water. There we go. Next up, I probably want to make this a little bit wider. So there we go. That's a perfect lake for some sharks to be hiding in. If we search shark, look at all these sharks we have. Oh no, we got to pay for them. I got to spend money. Right, well, we have paid to win, so we can... Look at all these different ones. So if we were to have one about there... Oh yeah, that could be scary. That could be scary. Right, so I think I've sort of finished playing with that. Yes, pay to win, but it's going to be worth it because look, once we go through this shark, that sort of prepares them for the lake of death. Hundreds of sharks just trying to nibble at them. You might be thinking, Matt, that's not very scary. They're just normal sharks. Well, what about this? It's literally a wall of shark. And look, if I play this in fast motion, is that not the most terrifying thing you've ever seen? Surely. So they come along here, they get chomped a little bit, just nibbled by those ones. Then they get truly eaten alive by all of them. And then it's back up to our next section. Right, so next up, I've made these guys enter an oven. a very, very extended oven. I got one from the workshop. Yeah, you can see there's some pies cooking on top, which is lovely.
Ooh, what kind of pie?
Since the oven is only on like a preheat setting, I mean it's cooking pies, it's not burning pies. So when they head down here, we're gonna heat things up significantly. So in the scenery, I will search fire. Oh wow, we've got a lot to choose from. There's like fireworks and everything. Nice. I'm sure that will come in handy in the future. Anyway, let's get back. So I found this a large fire platform. So if I just place a few of these in this hole, and then we've really made the flaming hell pit that these architects deserve. Next up, you'll notice there's another shark mouth. And you might be thinking, Matt, we've already faced the fear of sharks. What could be more terrifying than sharks? Sharks with freaking lasers on their heads.
Sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
Yeah, so I found those on the workshop and I thought they were bloomin' brilliant. So we've got some of those. And if you're wondering why they're not in water, they got lasers on their head. I mean, they can fly. They're hover sharks. It's definitely the reason. Right, next up, we're going to be heading up, but we're heading up in a cave. So time to make our cave. And we're going to use this, the auto tunnel. So that will allow us to build a tunnel as we head up. So then we're just going to build going up this cliff thing. And then we've sort of got to the top so we can poke out of there like that. Right, nice. That's looking good from up there. So you can see as we go past the shark lasers, we then head up the cliff. Nice. What if this cave was actually filled with spiders? Oh god, it's freaking me out. It's freaking me out. Right, I've just noticed as well, which is going to be very important for this next bit. In the options, there's this, disable track limits. So we definitely want to tick that and apply because we've reached the top of the map, which means one thing, it's time to go down. Now that looks sort of fun to go around, so we'll try and add a few more of those. Now, this first section is what I like to call life's choices, where those on the ride get to reflect at the terrible life choices they made. We then head down to we need to pick up some speed. We're going a little bit slow. Of course, what better way to do that than in a death spiral? Then we'll just go straight down, free falling. And I sort of want to try and create the biggest loop that the world has ever seen. I feel like that feat of engineering will wind up some architects. Right, so there is the loop completed. Up the top, the test coaster is just going through the knot. That's quite good, actually. And then it will slowly descend down the corkscrew of doom. Oh, that's going quite quick. It hits a speed of just over 200 miles an hour. And then let's see, does it have the momentum to keep this loop going? This is sort of inspired by the Euthanasia Coaster that I did last time. The idea here is the constant spiraling should sort of keep your vertical G-force fairly even, meaning your blood will leave your brain. And if you're an architect, that will put you out of your misery. Nice. So we'll just finish by wrapping up the loop. And I think we'll sort of head out that direction like that. Right, now I feel like we need some brakes. So we'll put a few brake sections in. And then we're still pretty high in the air. So I think we need to do a little bit more to get to the bottom. So we're going to sort of head down that direction. Yep, I feel like we need some more shark mouths. So it will do advanced move and duplicate, which means we can pretty easily just do some of this. That's actually terrifying. I can't wait to ride this one. We are for sure riding this in first person. Because down here, I've done a bit of normal coaster building. This is quite a simple layout for me. This actually looks fairly enjoyable, although I'm pretty sure, yeah, the coaster is sort of cruising at around 100 miles an hour around here. Okay, as long as it makes this final corner, which it is very slowly, I'm pretty sure the rest is downhill from here. We've got this 6-pack of loops, which aren't actually loops. The coaster doesn't invert if you look closely. Then once it's made it through them, oh, that was going slow as anything. It's just got a little uphill over here. Yes, and then it's just a smooth downhill over to this point. So we'll come over here, and then we've got a chain up. So that gives us a bit more height again. We're on to the powered wheel section. Look at the carnage in the background. Beautiful. Now this is where you might get the odd spark in the face from fireworks, but the message here is very important. If we zoom out and look this direction, architects suck. Now since we're on wheels, we're going very slowly along here, so it should give anyone that hasn't died already an opportunity to consider whether they want to retrain, perhaps starting a career in engineering. Right, and then finally, all we've got to do is link this to the start. So I'm going to try and press the autocomplete button, and oh goodness, that is what it's come up with. Nice. So next up, we just got to place an entrance. So we'll place that there. And then we do need to place an exit. I'm not sure if anyone will actually be using this. I think it's more likely that the coaster might just go around again with the restraints up, so that any dead people could perhaps fall into our holes, which are infinitely deep. Plenty of room for dead architect bodies. Now, I only want the best people here, so I've installed this. So if anyone can get past this, then they deserve to go on the ride. And I don't just want one trap, we're going to have a few. So we've got spikes that come up, we've got little spikes that come up. Mind your eyes, kids. I'm not going to lie, I was secretly hoping there might be collision physics with the guests. That would have made my day, but hey ho, hey ho. Right. Look at the smiles on these faces. They are super impressed. What are they looking at? Architects suck. Yes. Look at the kids cheering. They can't believe it. I've done well here. Right, let's open this. So the park is open. Let's get this coaster open. But first we have to name this, of course. So it's called Only Engineers Survive. It's the true test. Those applying for engineering chartership, this is the last place they come. Oh, no way, the bloody autocomplete failed me. Autocomplete, the tool of architects. Right, the coaster made it back, which means results are in. Let's get it open. Excitement, 0. Fear, 20. Nausea, only 13. Lots of red warning signs, yada, yada, yada. I've heard it all before. Right, well, there's certainly interest in the park. There's a lot of people here. Sadly, no one has joined the queue for the ride, so I might be riding this on my own. Not gonna lie though, I'm pretty impressed with this. Like, even if no one rides it, like, look at it. Right, so we've just got on board. I think the head restraint is going to come down in a second. Is that right, mate? Oh, he doesn't look sure about himself. Like, which bottom was it again? Was it this one? Looks like it's just me as well. It doesn't look like anyone else wants to come on. Fair enough. Right, so here we go. Oh, it's quite a launch. And now we've got the horrible holes above us, although technically they're below us, but you know what I mean. And we go around this corner, and then we're up our first chain lift. Right, and now we're sort of at the top. We're going down our first drop. Oh, look at the tentacles. It's disgusting. It's horrible. Oh, very dark. And then light at the end of the tunnel, and then we've just got to dodge all of those. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, I don't like these. I don't like this. There's another one. Oh, it's okay though. Oh, that was very close. That was literally touched my eyebrow. Now through the first shark, and you get a little look at the world's strongest pond, and all the sharks trying to bite my toes. Ah. And then all the Hydra shark. Right, up our next chain lift, and then we're into the oven where, ooh, it smells like pie. It smells like pie indeed. Ooh, actually, ooh, it's quite warm. Quite toasty in here. As nice as it smells, I am sweating. Anyway, thankfully, we're out of the oven and we can cool down because, oh, that was getting hot. Although, I forgot, we're heading into the pit of hell. Look at all the flame in here. Oh, and then through another shark, and the laser-guided sharks. Oh, that is terrifying. Oh, spiders. Right, this is legit one of the horriblest places I've ever built in a game. Okay, I want out of here now. I want out of here. Oh, no, there's legs. There's dangling legs at the end, and there's a jumping spider as well. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't enjoy that. But it looks like I might enjoy that. That is where we're going to end up in a minute. Right, so we're basically up the top. Remember, we're standing up, so my knees are going to be shaking. I mean, look at the city. You can see the entire city. There's still a lot of traffic down there. Anyway, now we're going to contemplate our life choices. Ow, ow, my brain. Oh, well, if that doesn't make you want to throw up, then maybe this will. This is the... Whoa, that's quite fast. Oh, oh. Okay, thank goodness that slowed down. That was hurting a little bit. So now we've got the spiral loop. We are completely upside down. That is quite cool, actually. You can see the shark one that's coming up. It'll soon be over, and then we'll be on to the next bit. Oh, man, this loop is getting tight. It is getting tight. Oh, okay, now the shark bit. Oh, there's so many sharks. Oh, so many sharks. We're doing the shark loop. This is actually quite cool. They should, like, do this for a real coaster. That was amazing. All right, and now we're into the carnage of this bit, which I guess going over 100 miles an hour for a lot of these is a little bit too fast. But some of these work quite well. Like, this is quite smooth. Like, look at all that that's coming up. That is cool. Anyway, now we've got a smooth sort of corkscrew down into this. A nice little loop. Oh, this is the loop that isn't a loop. And a nice little barrel roll into the strongest shape layout. Right, then this is where it gets pretty slow and tasty. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't, because we're going straight down. Oh, yes, this is this the 6-pack? So we're basically just doing 6 loops in a row, and oh, look at the shark. The shark loop is so cool. I think that's my favorite thing I've ever built in this game. Anyway, now we have a nice smooth drift to the exit, so we're just going down very slowly. We get to look at the carnage that we've just been through. A little sneak peek of the fireworks that we're about to see as well. Right, and then we're heading up this chain lift, which has like the world's steepest staircase. I would not want to have to go up. Well, maybe down. I think I'd rather go up than down. But anyway, we're up the top now, which means we'll just drift along this straight bit until we're over there where the fireworks start. And remember, we're still standing. We are still standing. Somehow, I'm sure our actual kneecaps would have imploded from all the G-force of that mess. But now we're on the home straight where we get, ow, fireworks in the face. Well, it doesn't matter because we know it's a very important subliminal message. Anyway, as we take the cinematic look at the final stretch, look at the mess of that. Oh, look at that in the background. That's efficient. But yes, I will say peace, love, and roller coasters. Hope you enjoyed the abuse of the architects. I mean, it's pretty much what I live for these days. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye, guys!